Hey, everybody, welcome to Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the podcast where we have a mission set to watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball. And then when we come onto the podcast to talk about it, we do a unique mixture of improv, analysis, comedic bits, skits. Everything under the sun is available, but all through the lens of Dragon Ball. And, you know, we've been going through this for a little while now. So if you're new to the pod, we're gonna set you up. Don't worry. Before this party starts, we've got to do something that we like to call a little bit of Kame housekeeping, right? You can't just bring people into a dirty house party. That's not how that works. Nobody's gonna want to stay. So we're gonna set it up right here with our first piece of Kame housekeeping. One of the UN sanctioned, world famous, and renowned 1 minute roundup.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Okay, well, you came into the confession booth, and let's.
I kissed my horse.
Okay, you kissed your horse, and what?
Your reaction tells me that's not that big a deal. I thought that was crime of the century, honestly.
Well, I don't want to disappoint you, but I had another parishioner come in and confess to murdering a bird. So I think God's going to look lightly on you simply kissing your horse, giving your horse some affection.
Murdered a bird. Oh, God.
Yes. Yes.
Who was it so I could avoid them?
You know, priest, parishioner, confidentiality, can't tell anybody what you say in here, can't tell anybody what they say out there.
Oh,
you know
wait, so
I
I can tell you more stuff?
Oh, I encourage
tell nobody?
you. I
Not
encourage
my wife?
you. Absolutely.
Not my 6 kids?
Not any one of your 6 kids.
What about God? Does he know about this?
Oh, well, my son, God knows about everything. So,
Oh, shit, that's the one person I didn't want to know about it.
also, you should not use
no.
such explicit language in the church. But
I'm a sinner. Help me.
we're all sinners, and you may not be the biggest sinner, but that doesn't make you any less of a man. So why don't you?
Wait, okay, look, I told you I got more sins for you.
Exactly.
All right, I saw a tortoise walking down the road, and I didn't give it the right of way. I cut that tortoise off.
Now, I.
And
scene.
It's very rude. The harshest of sins.
The harshest of sins, traffic violations. And I'll tell you, the listener, that that is the famous 1 minute roundup improv scene, Western improv scene that Aaron and I use to either loosen or tighten up our improv muscles. We still cannot figure out what is the best way to do improv, if it's to be loose or tight. How that scene ends is when one of us breaks. This time it was me. I laughed at the fact that he's in confessional trying to confess the sin of cutting off a lowly turtle out in the West.
I don't know if I like your turtle attitude, but keep going.
and then we get into the 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us, this time Aaron, has to sum up everything that has happened and that we've covered on this podcast relating to Dragon Ball in 1 minute, in 60 seconds. Now, if you do not know, we have covered all 153 episodes of Dragon Ball, and we are now into Dragon Ball Z. We are about to be 19 episodes in. So, Aaron, you've got quite the task ahead of you. So whenever you're ready, I'll get out of your way and let you round this thing up.
All right, I'm about to smooth the fuck out of this recap. So let's go. Here we are in 3, 2, 1. Dragon Ball Z, 7 magic crystal balls. If you collect them all, you get any which you want. And it stars Goku, who's a little monkey boy who became a big monkey man. And here's some of his adventures. 1, he stopped a little goblin from taking over the world with the Dragon Balls with the help of his many, many friends that he made along the way. Then he beat up an entire army to keep them from taking over the world and defeating some monsters and robots. Sorry, use the M word. But then he did a bunch of karate by training with his best friend and his master Roshi. He entered the Tenkaichi tournament thrice. He got second place 2 of those times and made friends along the way. But the third time he won by beating the son/clone of King Piccolo, who killed his best friend and tried to take over the earth. But he stopped him. Don't worry. It was his day the other day. Fun fact. Now, 5 years later, he gets married. He has a kid. He finds out that he has a brother, that Goku is actually from space. And to stop his space relatives from coming to destroy the planet, he's got to train, and he just met the person he's going to train with, King Kai.
Well done, well done. Everybody, I think now is caught up. Yes? Mm-hmm. No further questions. We can move on with the lecture. Just kidding. I'll give you guys a little heads up. We do that so you, the listener, don't have to go back and listen to every single episode of the podcast. There are hundreds. Or you don't have to go back and watch every single episode of Dragon Ball. Surprise, also hundreds. So that it's also a fun challenge for us to try to summarize everything in less than a minute. But if you feel like, I want to know about like the Red Ribbon Army and how Goku turned into a monkey man from a monkey boy, and this brother, I want to meet this brother. Where can I meet this brother? Well, guess what? You can go back to all of our archived content. Wherever you get your podcast, it's already there for you. You just have to go back, try it out. You can leave it there. Just it's all up for grabs. Anywho, we got to get back to the task at hand, which is telling you about the second piece of Kame housekeeping, in which I tell you, the listener, that Aaron and I watched 2 different versions of the show. I watched the English dubbed version, while Aaron watches the Japanese language English subtitled version. And why, you ask? Well, sometimes when you first get together and you start doing stuff, it gets hot and heavy. And, as a podcasting duo, we had a little bit of an accident, and we started the podcast by watching 2 different versions of the show, and we decided to stick with it. We turned our mistake into our masterpiece, and it lends itself so well to compare and contrast the Western versus Eastern, everything in between. And what usually we start with is the title. And for Dragon Ball Z, the English title has been underperforming, so it gets to go first. And I'll start with Dragon Ball Z Episode 19. Defying Gravity.
I could sing a bar or 2 from Wicked.
Would you like to?
I can't, because I don't think I know it. I actually don't think I know that song. I know it is a song.
It is a song.
From the hit musical Wicked, prequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Starring Mila Kunis.
Wait, what? No, that's...
that's Oz. The movie Oz.
The Great and Powerful.
Right. The Great and Powerful James Franco.
Starring the Green Goblin's son. Look, I think we've hit enough of my cultural touchstones for some sort of joke to have formed naturally from that primordial soup.
Exactly.
And we can move on to my title. The English subtitle title for Episode 19 of Dragon Ball Z. The Battle with Gravity. Catch Bubbles-kun.
All right. Both titles, I think, get 2 thumbs up from me. I like them both this episode. I like that Bubbles gets the appropriate amount of shout out for this episode. This is a Bubbles heavy episode. I hope you're ready for some Bubbles.
It's not spoilery either, which is the shock.
Yeah, they have been revealing major plot points early on. But now we can just jump right into it, right?
So, well, before we jump right in, I think I have to bring this up. And this I'm not just addressing you, I'm addressing myself as well. Here we get to really meet King Kai. We met him in the last episode briefly. Here we learn who he is. And he says a bunch of jokes. Now, what I would like to request is that this episode doesn't just become us saying King Kai jokes.
True.
So at your discretion, whichever ones you want to bring up, we will talk about.
Okay.
And I think mainly for me, because in getting to the episode, as we meet King Kai, he introduces himself with a pun. And that's sort of, in my episode at least, in my version, it's not that he's telling gags, it's that he's like doing a bunch of wordplay.
Oh, okay. This is going to be a very interesting comparison, I think, between Eastern and Western joke structure. So,
and the wordplay is based on the Japanese language, which I don't fucking know. And even with the English translation, it doesn't go over well. So again, that's probably more for me. That sort of gag order is more self-imposed on me.
Okay.
Than you, I would think.
I mean, that's definitely good to know, but I do want to hear some of these puns, because I know what was it? So I took 2 semesters of Japanese language class in college, and my instructor, my sensei, was very by the end, I think we started talking about jokes and how some puns were based on the actual symbols and not how they sound. So when you say them, the pun is different. Like the sound of the pun is different, but everybody knows what the symbol is or the kanji is. So that's how the joke was formed. It was very, very strange, and I may be completely off base, but fun fact, if you didn't know, now you know, we don't do research on this podcast. So if you want to do the research for us and tell us what we got wrong, feel free to do it and send it to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com, and then we'll read it on the air and, get our comeuppance that way.
I mean, first, he introduces himself with a pun. When asked about being King Kai, he starts scratching himself and says, scratch, I must get bit by a mosquito. Mosquito, King Kai, that's me. Yeah, so I assume the translation for mosquito sounds something like King Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it's like me going, Vince, please ask. First, pretend you don't know me.
Okay.
Second, please ask me my name.
Oh, hello, strikingly handsome young man. What? Can I just get your name? I'd really like to know it.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's a bit ironic. Just a little ironic. My name's Aaron. Hi, how's it going? Thank you for coming to this business meeting.
And that's the laugh track that follows all those kinds of puns.
Then there's a clap and an ooh.
This podcast was filmed before a live studio audience of cats. So I don't get the pun introduction naturally. I think they went for more of the traditional American setup and punchline kind of deal. King Kai, funny man, likes to tell some jokes. Goku wants to hear some. King Kai tells the first joke. My uncle is so large, when he sits around the house, he sits around the house. Yep. It's going to be one of those.
Wow. Yowzers.
Second, and I don't know how this translates, because in mine, he's doing some great miming work with a phone. He picks up a phone. Because he goes right into this one after that, and he just goes.
I did think his object work was very good
it's
in this bit.
Fantastic. And he picks up the phone and goes, "Oh, you don't say. What? You don't say?" And then hangs up the phone and starts trying to contain his own laughter because he knows this joke is going to land. And Goku just goes, "Oh, that's a good one."
So no one did the thing of like, who was it? And then they said they didn't say.
Well, that ended up being the how that scene resolved itself was Goku saying like, "Oh, that's a good one," instead of ask. And then King Kai goes, "You're supposed to ask who was it," and then I'm supposed to say, "They didn't say."
Boy. I think it's clear that King Kai, in his isolation, has gone fucking insane.
I think so. It does like toe the line from him being outright like lost it based on the isolation, but man, oh man, do I have more of those kind of jokes, because I want to know primarily what happens after that, because Goku wants to train under King Kai, and King Kai's like, "Well, you gotta pass my test. Make me laugh, clown."
Does he say clown?
No, he just says make me laugh.
I wish.
King Kai's not that funny.
So right before that, King Kai is like, "Look, if you don't laugh at jokes, You have a flawed character, and I don't think I want to train you.
Jeez, that is harsh.
That is number one with a bullet on his dating profile. Sense of humor, which we all know means please laugh at my jokes. I can't get in the mood unless you think my type 5 is really good.
Every comedian's profile is screaming out in agony. Must have sense of humor.
Must have watched my special that I independently put out.
Must watch my Vimeo sketches.
Look, I don't think we can move in together until you watch this playlist of my improv sets that someone recorded with their phone. And the loudest thing is the person recording it laughing.
I don't know. I really like you, but you haven't liked any of my Insta stories promoting the show that's coming up and all that. And I just don't know if we can move forward if you're not doing that service for me.
This relationship has a 2-drink minimum.
Got him.
That's King Kai.
That's King Kai.
So mine is less jokes. He does put the caveat that you have to make him laugh, but you have to make him laugh with your wordplay. Quote, you have to make me, Kyle-sama, the mastermind of gags, laugh at one of your play on words.
Oh, man.
He does call himself the mastermind of gags.
The mastermind of gags.
The crown prince of chuckles, not crime. I'm very law-abiding.
The god of giggles.
The Godfrey of guffaws. Sorry, the gadfly of guffaws. That's better. Take 2.
The prince of pratfalls.
The unpunisher of puns. I allow them.
The jolly jester of jokes.
And then the waiter of wahahahahas. Because I serve them. You see.
The henchman of hee-hee-hee-hees, because I deliver them.
Anyway, make me laugh.
Should we move on? Yeah.
Make me laugh, clown. Let's get him.
Yeah, after that challenge is posed, Goku delivers his jokes like attacks in an actual battle. And that got me real good. Every time Goku steps on a punchline, literally. It made me laugh very hard. Out loud even. My favorite reaction was when Goku asked King Kai, why did the chicken cross the road? King Kai already starts laughing, and he goes, to get to the other side. And then Goku in his mind is like, no, wait, there's a better joke. And then he says, it was too far to fly! And that makes King Kai double over. Also, when Goku's trying to think of a joke, he's sweating, he's stressing out.
From his back.
From his back and sides. And he's like flashing through all these joke structures, I guess, in his head. And he goes, one of them, he goes, knock, knock, who's there? Krillin. No, not good enough.
He is a joke, but
I like that in his knock, knock joke, Krillin was the punchline.
I mean, again, he's doing puns. One of mine. And again, the translation is not great. It ended up being more about rhymes and alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
So the one that struck me mainly as weird is my feline has gone supine.
Okay, look, that's going to take you far in an actual pun off, I think. But it is very weird. Supine is that when you're on your back?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Again, I would not have said that Goku had that in his back pocket just lying around. Like, I didn't think Joku.
Well, I mean, that's what he is now.
That's what he is now.
For the remainder of this run.
For the remainder of this run, he is Joku. And I do get a little wordplay in this next joke that he delivers, which is, what is the difference between a jeweler and a jailer? And Goku follows it up. One sells watches, one watches sells.
Wow.
I mean, Goku got joke bars.
That's a riddle. To be fair, they're being real loose with their joke definitions.
But I believe that was them trying to be trying to get as close to the wordplay aspect of the original, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Because that's the closest thing I have, I think, in any of the jokes that are told by Goku or by King Kai that actually try to hit that mark of wordplay. Because King Kai then, after busting up over Joku's skills, wants him to says that, okay, I'll train you. You'll become the Prince of Puns. Before Goku saying that he wants to actually learn how to fight.
Yeah, he was just saying, I'll teach you my greatest gag.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if you had a bad joke in the old back pocket.
Ooh.
That you throw out at King Kai.
Okay, yeah.
Shall I do mine while you think of yours?
Yeah, you got one in the holster. Go for it.
Of course, yeah. So like on my mission, this is going to be a diversion of a diversion. But like on my mission, sometimes we taught kids with their parents there, but like sometimes kids who were of baptizing age and their family necessarily weren't active in the church. That was sort of our way to like get them numbies, get those numbers up. It's a semi-scam. Anyway, so I had to like learn about kid stuff. So I had magic tricks.
Wow.
I did not learn how to juggle, but like I learned a few dumb jokes just for that would make a kid laugh. So we'll see how this one flies. So a panda bear walks into a bar and asks, "Hey, give me a hamburger." And the bartender's like, "All right, here you go." The panda bear, he gladly eats his burger. As soon as he's done, he wipes his mouth, takes out a gun, and shoots the guy next to him. No provocation, nothing. So the bartender's like, whoa, panda bear, what'd you do? You just shot a guy. And as the panda bear is walking out, he says, "Hey, man, just look up panda bear in the dictionary and you'll understand." So the bartender takes out his bar dictionary that he always has. He goes to pee, looks up panda. And under the definition, it says, eats, shoots, and leaves.
Yes. Let it wash over you. Eats, shoots, and leaves. All right. I don't think I have anything that good. That's a great joke. I never had a good memory for those. Like those so-and-so walks into a bar like a priest did, a rabbi and a monk walk into a bar.
12-inch pianist.
Yeah. So here's a knock-knock joke that I believe would get King Kai. Aaron, will you play King Kai in this scene?
I already started.
Oh. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting
Moo.
cows.
Nice.
All right, I'll teach you my best gag.
All right, what is it?
Look, it's a secret that has been handed down from Kai to Kai. It always kills.
I can't wait.
You just have to take a seat right here. Squeak on this chair I'm pulling out.
Oh, okay. This is part of the joke? Is me sitting on this?
Just have a seat.
Okay, here we go. And I'm sitting down.
Oh, instead of Goku, I should call you Go Poo. That's right, the whoopee cushion.
The whoopee cushion. A great tool for comedic battle.
The greatest gag. Gets a laugh every time. But be careful, it's very powerful.
Thanks, King Kai. I can't wait to use it to fight the Saiyans.
Just invite them to have a seat, Chris Hansen style, and they'll be so embarrassed. Just here's the part of the gag that I didn't do. You can't let them know it was a whoopee cushion.
Oh, okay.
Who's your fast friend? Yeah, Jirobe? Not fat, fast.
He's both.
Okay. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun play on words. Anyway, I gotta write that one down. Scribble. My pen. Okay, but you can't let them know it was a whoopee cushion. As soon as they sit and the cushion goes off, he's got to grab it out of the way. And then if everyone just laughs at them, they'll leave in embarrassment.
Well, the Earth is saved.
And scene. If only.
If only that's how Nappa was defeated.
I didn't fart, I promise.
Vegeta, no, I didn't fart.
It was I know that sound is definitely one of yours, Nappa.
But Vegeta, think about it. There's no smell.
Wait a minute. I'm using my superior Saiyan nose to sniff the air. You're right. There's no fragrant bouquet from your bottom.
That's right, Vegeta. So help me. Help me.
Look, don't get me involved, bro. You're the one that farted, not me.
Oh, no. I have to get in my pod and leave. I'll go right for the sun. I'm so embarrassed.
Internal monologue of Vegeta. That's right. I know it's whoopee cushion, but you're such a weakling. And I want you to throw yourself in the sun.
Beep, 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 beep. Goodbye, Vegeta. I love you.
Wait, what? Oh, no. Damn, Nappa loved me. Damn it. And he died out of fart embarrassment. This is I'll never get over this. Wait, who's that?
And
Seed. He saw Bulma, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. We all knew who was off screen in that scene.
So King Kai says, cool, I'll train you. Fight me, bro. Come at me. Goku's like, I can't really because I feel heavy. And then we find out that on King Kai's planet, gravity is 10 times that of Earth's gravity, which would definitely cause a normal man to black out, I believe, is what we learned from Roller Coaster Tycoon.
That 10 times G will black you out for sure.
Mm-hmm. Goku is asked then to jump to sort of get a feeling for what his power is, and he doesn't jump very high by Goku standards. But still, King Kai, thought balloon. Oh, I'm really impressed. Man, he's got a lot of promise.
Then I think Goku lays out like what he's training for and that the Saiyans are coming and he's got to get stronger to stop them from destroying Earth. And he's got a family down there. King Kai then, and again, I like this episode a ton because they made all these like little things like the joke battle, all the zooms and cuts and like little effects on that. And then all the effects for when King Kai now, we learn that he can, I guess, just seek out anything in the universe. Cause he's like, okay, let me find these Saiyans and see how long you have. And he finds them, says 88 days until they show up. And then King Kai says straight up, that Vegeta and Nappa are two of the strongest people in the universe, and that they are even stronger than himself. Stronger than King Kai.
All of that is similar, except, again, numbers get wonky.
Oh, boy.
They actually have 158 days. Here's the one pun that King Kai does that, like, kind of lands for an English audience. Goku is impressed by the power that King Kai has to search for things, even though he could have just said a number.
Yeah.
How would he know?
Exactly.
But then King Kai says, yeah, these handy antenna are reliable. Antenna-some.
All right. I'm nodding my head.
Venosome.
Yeah. I get it. Jeez. Puns. Truly,
They tried.
Puns are truly the lowest art form.
Oh, I love a pun. I love a bad pun, baby.
I love puns, but so much of society, we don't like to elevate puns, especially here in America.
Honestly, for me, part of it is just being a contrarian, where everyone hates puns. It's like, oh, you hate puns, do you? Well, here they come. Bow, 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 bow.
But there's a market for puns in certain parts of the country. Certain comedy homes, comedy houses, they would have pun offs. I know that there were a couple of pun offs in New York.
But, huh?
Yeah, man.
Explain. In private home settings?
No.
Prying eyes?
In full view of the public at bars and certain theaters.
In front of God and everyone?
In front of God and everyone. They were having like pun slams. Like the hit show Yo Mama, but for puns.
That's like the most wholesome rap battle.
Exactly.
In the world. Like I don't know why so many people are anti-pun. Because it's not like come up with a new pun right now. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't. There's too much pressure.
There's a lot of pressure to come up with a good. coming up with a pun, very difficult. Let alone like a string of them. Like one of my favorite comedians, Andrew Zoltzman of the Bugle podcast, historically goes on these long, obscure pun runs on things like cricket players or types of birds, political
birds.
He gets super specific, like U.S. presidents that died in office and stuff like he goes there in a way that's so impressive. But the joke is that, and I saw this live, and the joke is that the entire audience just groans throughout the whole thing. These are people who paid upwards of $40 to see this man perform live in a theater in Brooklyn, standing room only, mind you. And I was tickled pink and also groaned along with my other cohorts and peers.
I mean, it doesn't elicit a laugh.
No, it rarely does anybody like actually bust up from a real, like it has to be a pun so good
that God couldn't tell it.
Yeah. You hear God bust up.
That's a thunderclap, baby.
Yeah. Just one ha ha. Oh shit.
Speaking of God tier, we're about to see the true power of Bubbles.
Put Bubbles in Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh man, he was just the speedy little guy.
Uh-huh.
Throwing fruit.
Bubbles in Smash.
I mean, probably before Goku.
They got more Smash characters coming.
They'll never put him in.
They'll never put Goku in, but I hope they put I would laugh so hard if they put like Kid Gohan or Goten. Like, no,
just
it's
as
Goten.
just as a fuck you, I would love it.
Absolutely.
Just like, here it is, Sano. You know, the Dragon Ball character you've all wanted and you all know about.
Dog President enters the battle.
That, but then Goku is like a support character?
Oh yeah, Goku is a support trophy. And it's him doing a spirit bomb from the Namekian saga. And it takes the whole match. That's still good.
I would take that.
I'd buy it. I'd buy that DLC.
To train in this gravity, Goku's new task is to catch Bubbles. Bubbles seems kind of slow as Goku, like one step at a time, tries to get there. He's about to catch Bubbles, but then Bubbles like, nah, this isn't even my full strength.
Exactly.
And he zips away.
This is not Bubbles' final form, you fool.
Mm-hmm. And then Goku's like, oh, I'm hungry. Can I eat, please?
King Kai's response is like, I can cook, but you're going to have to do the dishes.
That's good. That's very good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was just, that's unusual. A hungry deceased person. But nah, dishes. Dishes, baby.
God, it all comes back to dishes.
Also, you think Goku does the dishes at his house? No.
Nah.
I guarantee this is what happened. First meal. It's a lovely feast. They're about to get down to clown. But first they got to do those dishes. Goku says, "Hey, let me. I can do the dishes. You cooked. That's the least I could do." The first dish he tries to wash, he breaks,
Of course.
and that's the end of that. Chi-Chi now does all the dishes. I don't know if this was intentional on Goku's part to try and sneakily get out of it.
I have been in a long-term relationship for quite a while. We lived together, and that always crosses my mind. There's so many people I know who I haven't been able to bring myself to do this, but like some of my friends have said to their significant others and or wives or husbands or whatever, they're just like, I'm not good at that.
You already blew it. You already gave too much info away.
They're just like, I'm not good at this, so I can't do it. It's like, what do you mean? Your ass can't wash a dish?
I'm not good at oral. I'm sorry, I can't. I'll just take it, I guess. You're really good at it. You should keep doing it. But I'll stop.
If you're in a relationship, never do that. Never be
please don't.
Don't manipulate your partners like
Oh, that's so fucking bad.
Don't do that. It's bad. It's a bad thing to do. Look, if you're lazy, just tell your partner that you're lazy. They probably already know.
Straight, yeah. Look, there are chores that we enjoy however much you can enjoy a chore, and there are chores that we do not enjoy. And there's usually a good mix. There's very rarely, I think, is there a thing that like neither of you want to do.
Right.
I will do dishes all day. Don't care. Let me at them. I'll also cook. Look, all I'm saying is that I cooked and did the dishes. So maybe I need to give this King Kai a call.
I mean, if the trade-off, Aaron, is you get as strong as Goku does, then might be worth it.
With my knees, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I hadn't thought about that. If you got a pre-existing knee condition, I think 10 times gravity might make that 10 times worse.
Yeah, I am coming back with a walker. I'm not coming back with the spirit bomb. And we're coming back after this commercial.
Do your chores!
Subscribe to Kame House Party on YouTube. So Goku gets his big meal.
Oh, yes. Yes, he gets the meal that was promised by King Kai. Now, I don't know if this little... I'm trying to... There's a fart joke in here. I don't know if there was a fart joke in yours. Oh, yeah.
Continue. I mean, so the whoopee cushion gag was not too far off.
No, it's prescient even. Because Goku is scarfing down all the food. He grabs these dumplings, but of course, for the West, he calls them bean tacos.
What the fuck? Wait, what?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know why, but they were like, Goku was like, oh, what are these? And King Kai says, oh, these are bean tacos.
It's weird that they replaced a food from not the United States with a food from not the United States.
I don't know why they didn't just call them dumplings. It made no sense.
It's like, come on, they're dumplings. Get over it. Or jelly donuts. I don't know.
Even that would have made more sense than calling them bean tacos.
That just seems so specific.
Yeah. And even more specific was Goku's response. It was like, bean tacos? Oh, these give me gas.
But he ate them.
And then I believe it made King Kai chuckle. Like, King Kai, he's all about a good time. Fart joke or no.
I think I can explain why this happened.
Yes.
And why they struggled so badly. So King Kai says something along the lines of, maybe you should show some restraint when eating. Then Goku gives another pun, and that's what causes King Kai to laugh.
There you go.
And I think the idea was that Goku was like, get off my back, old man. Here's a fucking here's some wordplay that he like just throws on the ground. Like, leave me alone.
Goku's like, well, I better get back to training. Then King Kai, I think, is a little bit, he's like, whoa, slow down. Well, why don't you just enjoy some of the great things that I like to do on this planet? Like staring at the sky for 24 hours or driving in my car.
Did you not get it?
Wait, is there a joke I missed?
So the setup is that Goku says, hey, man, don't you get bored on this tiny planet?
Why didn't they just give me that setup?
Yeah, it is weird that he has to, like, do that. King Kai's like, oh, there's plenty of stuff to do if you got the mind for it. You can count how many blades of grass there are. You can gaze up at the sky. There's long-distance peeing.
He calls that friendly competition.
Okay, that's pretty good. And it's just King Kai and Bubbles peeing off the edge, and then Bubbles looks back at the camera.
And King Kai is he's peeing, but he's doing it like a 4-year-old, pants to the floor, pulling up his shirt. I'm just like, come on, how is it? This is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Look, man, some adults are still dropping trow at the urinal. We've all seen it, and we all hate it.
Oh man, I'm glad I haven't seen it in years. It feels like
I feel like Penn Station.
Oh.
Was
you invoked it
for that activity.
Oh, there's a lot of activity in that. If I'm thinking about the exact Penn Station bathroom,
about the TGIF,
right by the TGI Fridays.
Y'all know what it is,
because TGI Fridays won't let you use their bathroom unless you're a customer. So you got to go to the public restroom.
even in the before times, I had that down packed of like, get in line, look down, breathe through your mouth, get in, get out.
Yeah, make no eye contact, make no noise. Wash your hands and leave as best you can.
If you have luggage, I'm sorry. It's that you just throw it away.
Throw it away. You'll never get that smell out. You'll never get that smell out.
He has lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to push a certain button yet, but isolation, just hanging out with a monkey and someone else, as we'll come to find.
Yeah, as we will learn.
I will save them, but now I have questions about their relationship. Anyway, enough of the secret character, because Goku, he goes off to train some more. King Kai explains that, hey, my planet's gravity is similar to planet Vegeta. Also, Saiyans, they have a battle sense that also puts them like above other fighters. And Goku's like, that's cool. I'm also a Saiyan. Finger guns. All right, I'm going to go chase bubbles. Bye.
I think just for sheer Goku appreciation, at this point, he has taken off the weighted clothing that he had on the entire time he was running on Snake Way, because the dude never stops training. And then to get a little bit of an advantage on Bubbles, he took off that weighted clothes. And then right before he jumps back into training, King Kai's like, hey, why don't you put on those clothes again? And I found that pretty, I don't know. Like Goku's a madman. Goku is an absolute madman. Also, like, why didn't he take off the weighted clothes just to get through Snake Way faster?
We'd have to carry. He can't just arrive at King Kai's naked.
That's true.
So back on Earth, Gohan is fighting with Piccolo. His training's going pretty well. He actually manages to land a hit on Piccolo, which Piccolo says, hey, nice hit, but you lost focus, so I'm going to throw you in this river. And as Gohan is being washed away, he reaches his hand out to Piccolo, who's standing on the rock. He's like, calls him Uncle.
Oh.
It's like, Uncle, help. And then Piccolo picks him up, slaps the shit out of him and says, don't be so needy, you dirty brat. And then punches him back in the river.
They kept the don't be a brat after throwing him back in the river, but did not call him Uncle at that point. Because for me, it's after their training days ended and Gohan looks like a UFC fighter.
How horrifying did Gohan look by the fire? One eye swollen and just welts everywhere. The damage is fairly clean in Dragon Ball.
Right.
So the fact that he was lumpy really messed with me.
Yeah, they usually don't do that unless, like, because they've done it for severe comedic effect, right? So whenever Roshi gets bonked on the head by a woman who finds him perverted, or same thing with like
a woman, yes,
yeah, or any woman, or anytime Yamcha gets beat up, he ends up looking like a piece of crap.
It's used to humiliate the welts. But yeah, with Gohan, it just looked sad. I expected Sarah McLachlan to start playing. I'm gonna say it looked real Jesse Pinkman.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, if you know, you know. I know Vince hasn't broken bad yet.
I haven't broken bad yet.
Have you called Saul though?
I lost the guy's number.
That's fine. Me too.
Ooh, has it gone downhill?
I just didn't get into it.
Oh, all right, there you go. That's all it takes.
Just like timing, other factors. It's now like 5-6 seasons, so it's like, oh boy.
I was interested when I saw a preview or a teaser of a season where someone's face got blown off.
I won't say where that's from.
Okay.
Because again, I think there's still
I know there's people that are getting into it now.
I think the spoiler is still in effect.
Spoiler is still in effect.
But yeah, Gohan looked bad. Is what I'm saying.
And while they're chilling at the fire, I think it's Gohan asked Piccolo, like, is he really gonna fight fight my dad again? And he's like, yeah, we fought once, and it's still not over. He's like, I gotta beat these two Saiyans, and then your dad's next. Gohan says to Piccolo something along the lines of, I can tell you're not as evil as you, you're not as bad as you once were. He's like, I think of you as part of the family, like you're my big green uncle.
Wow, that's new.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just be your uncle.
No, you're my big green uncle.
I don't know why the green part has to come into it.
You're my big, green, stretchy,
Oh, that's true. I'll take that. That's fair.
able to split yourself uncle. You're my hit me uncle.
Look, kid, I'm not calling you my crybaby, wets himself,
Brat, don't forget Brat.
bratty, used to have a tail. I don't want to say nephew. That's too familiar.
I'll take
Go ahead.
I'll take Ward.
No, that's still that's out of the taste of it. I don't like the taste of it. So even thinking about it. Acquaintance. Yeah, I don't look when we go to a party, which we've gone to a surprising amount of parties. When we go to a party,
Should I stop introducing you as my uncle?
no, just don't say green uncle. You don't have to say green uncle.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. Just uncle's fine, I guess.
You said uncle's fine, green uncle's fine.
Oh, damn it.
I'm going to sleep.
Oh, he is going to sleep. Damn it. He tricked me into loving him. And seed. Yeah, Piccolo is so mad that his image has been tarnished. Because in mine, Gohan also goes like, yeah, my dad talked about how like he doesn't think you're that evil anymore, not like King Piccolo. Piccolo yells at Gohan to go to bed.
I did like that. I liked how that scene ended with he's like, shut up and go to bed. He's just grumbling in the middle of the night.
There's enough character development.
He called me uncle.
I mean, I'll take an unkie. Maybe a grunkle.
Grunkle.
Green uncle.
Grunkle Piccolo. Grunkle Piccolo sound.
Gravity Falls reference.
In that reference that you just made, does it include a time skip? Because that's what happens next. That's right. We go back to King Kai's planet, and in my version, it says 3 weeks have passed,
Correct.
And Goku's still training to catch bubbles. It opens on King Kai eating. He's eating dim sum, and I love this because he goes, "Dim sum, you lose some."
In mine, he says he's eating shumai.
That's what it looks like. I'll agree.
And then he says, the shoe is good. Something along those lines.
Oh boy!
I didn't write everything.
No. There were too
they got
many.
out of hand, Vince.
I felt like you've only given us the tip of the iceberg. So if you want the rest of the King Kai puns from the Japanese version of the show, find it on whatever anime streaming service that you like to use, and enjoy. If that's how you want to categorize it.
Goku he's gotten faster, clearly, but he's still not able to catch bubbles. But then he realizes, wait a minute, this little baby planet. Instead of trying to chase him, I'm just going to go in the opposite direction, and then we'll hit each other. And that was his strategy. Like he started hiding behind buildings, he started using the old noodle, and then finally, Goku catches bubbles, jumps up in the air, celebrates. He's so happy about it. King Kai, in his brain, thinks, wow, he might be able to handle the Kaioken technique.
Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. I don't get the Kaioken reveal.
Ooh, you don't?
No. He just is like, wow, he's really special. He might be like, he might be one of the only people that actually handle the training.
Winks at camera.
Wink.
Get ready, it's coming.
I'm so excited.
Even after playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I still only halfway kind of remember what a Kaioken does. It's like it's a multiplier.
Right. It's like when you put 2 MP up materia on a character.
But yeah, that's what's next is not the Kaioken. I think it's chasing after another creature. But we'll get to it next week because we have some mail.
Mail. It's mail. Mail. They've got mail.
Throughout this episode, we've been like, I don't know I don't know the meaning behind some of this wordplay. I wish someone would write to us and let us know what's going on. I mean, we must have collected all 7 Dragon Balls because wish granted, baby. Master Researcher Nick is here to talk about some wordplay. So here we go. I've been waiting for this episode specifically since the jokes and wordplay told here are different in DBZ Kai, so I wanted to share with you both the original jokes as well as what the dubbing team came up with.
This is very exciting. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So there's a long list. We won't get into all of them, but we'll get to some of them. So when King Kai is scratching his back, he keeps saying he's itchy, which translates into Japanese as Kaiju. Itchy, Kaiju, Kaio, King Kai. Clever, huh?
Okay.
So itchy is Kai.
And that makes so much more sense because in mine, he's just like itching his back. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Thank you. Yeah. When King Kai answers the phone, nobody's answering. Translates to Denwa on the phone. Denwa. So that's like the whole... you don't say, so he's answering the phone going, Denwa, 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 and then hangs up, I guess. So
some of these are still, I guess some of these are still over our head.
Right. But so it would be like if hello was also like, if in saying hello, we were also saying, who is it? So if it was like, hello, who is it? Hello, who is it? Hello, who is it? Oh, okay. And then that's the joke.
Okay. That's the joke,
I think.
So for the cat, my feline has supine.
Mm-hmm.
So cat is Neko, and I guess lay down is Nekoronda. Nekoronda.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's a bit of a wordplay there.
Nekoronda. When Goku eats King Kai's cooking, I'm swiping, which is Bondoru, your rice bowls. Donbori.
Okay, all right.
Right?
So yeah,
we're getting it.
Much like English puns. They're interesting. But let's see. Let's move into some of the English Dragon Ball Z Kai jokes that we did not get. I guess when he answers the phone, he says, hello, my refrigerator? Yes, it runs.
Goku tells a joke that makes King Kai laugh. A harp is a naked piano. I sold my car for gas money.
Oh, those one-liners.
I know.
Those observations about life. So I think we'll end on probably the best one. When Goku is eating, King Kai says, hey, you're going to eat me out of house and home. And then Goku responds, no, I'm saving that for dessert. Hey. So thank you, Nick, for knowing the future.
Yes.
And coming in hot with some of those translations. If you want to write to us, you can do so by writing to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. We are on all the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can talk to us there. We are streaming every week, Thursdays around 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We are knee deep in Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
I keep texting Vince. Say, hey man, you're playing Animal Crossing. We got to have a good village for people. We can't have this shit show like last week.
Look, the village is coming together. Everybody, everything's gonna be great. You're gonna love the village when you come back to it. And thank you everybody who's participated in those streams thus far and gave me all those lovely, lovely gifts.
People came, gave gifts. It was amazing. It was very thoughtful. And money.
And they gave us a ton of money.
Yeah.
I planted a money tree, Aaron. That's cool.
Ooh, we'll see if it comes to fruition.
Mm-hmm. 1,000 Bells money tree. About to get that. Yeah. We're about to recoup.
But yeah, if you don't want to try and remember our schedule, I mean, I guess you could. Vince, don't make me say it.
No, I won't make you say it.
Yeah, you got to take this for me.
I'll transform. All you got to do is oh man, you just got to smash that bell, buddy. Smash that bell to get all the notifications when Kame House Party is streaming on your favorite platform, YouTube. Check out Kame House Party on YouTube and smash that like, hit that subscribe, and don't unsubscribe.
I'm shaking you out of it. You're leaking G Fuel everywhere.
Oh my god. It came out my nose.
Raspberry Supreme.
A gamer's choice.
It's probably a flavor.
It's definitely a flavor of G Fuel.
Mm-hmm. Strawberry Suppression.
Cherry Chersia.
Wildberry Wazd.
fruit dragon punch.
All right, that's like their first one.
Yeah.
That's the first flavor they put out.
I was reading the packaging on that one.
I know. Well, I was too. What are you talking about?
Of course. We've got all this G Fuel from our sponsorship. But look, as always, we'd like to thank everybody for spending their time with us, either on the podcast or on stream. It's great to have this community and to continue to do this for everybody and for ourselves. It's a great way to spend our time, and we thank you for spending it with us. So, no matter what you're doing out there or in there or from another room over there, you gotta
keep fighting.